On August 1st, 2022, I started to train in the gym. For the 4 months before that point, I was losing weight consistently, but after a few months of weight loss, I went to the doctor because of the fact that I was just about to finish puberty at the time. The doctor told me that I made a mistake by losing weight and that I should not keep going. I didn't really want to listen to him, but I decided to, instead of keep losing weight, just maintain my weight and start to build more muscle. I learned from people like Jeff Nippard and Will Tennyson about how to build muscle and the importance of it in body composition. And because of the fact that I was not fat anymore, my body fat was at around 25% at the time, I decided I might as well build a solid foundation of muscle. For the next few months, I continuously went in the gym. I started by doing a full body split for 3 months, and it worked. I consistently became stronger. I experienced the new begins phase. New begins phase is basically those first few months of training in which you make most progress, in which each time that you go to the gym, you just get stronger consistently. Even though I didn't really track my workouts at the time, I still saw a massive amount of progress and I felt it. I started to build more muscle and it felt pretty good. But I had nowhere near the body that I wanted, so I kept going. The thing was that my body fat was still pretty high. When I looked in the mirror, I was not satisfied with my body, and after 6 months of training, it hit me. So I remember spending time with some friends, and one of the friends took a picture of me. I looked at this photo, and I looked fat, chubby, right? You can see it on the screen. This is the exact photo. And I said to myself, you should fucking cut. And even though I knew that cutting is not the smartest thing that I could do, that there are a lot of other smarter things that I can do, like continuing building muscle and building a more solid foundation, I decided to just pull the trigger and to start cutting for the second time. This time, I pretty much had a full beard, so puberty was not a problem anymore. And because of that, I made some dumb mistakes, like starving myself, drinking one Monster throughout most of the day and then eating a pretty big meal, like 6 slices of pizza. I made these mistakes. I didn't really track protein at this cut, but by the end of it, I got pretty lean. My abs were visible for the first time, and I remember just looking at them and feeling this massive feeling of pride, because this was my goal for all of that fitness journey, for all of my fitness journey after that point, and when I achieved it, it felt awesome. And as I continued to train the gym and lost weight at a very slow rate, so after the cut, I maintained my weight but basically lost some. I gained the body that I always wanted. It took me around 1 year and 1 month from the point I started to train the gym. And as you can see on the screen, these are some photos that I took at the end of August 2024. I made a lot of progress during this journey. And I needed to realize one thing. So first, if you don't want to achieve a transformation like mine, if you don't want to improve your physical fitness like me, you can leave this video right now, right? You got your inspiration, you got my story. But if you want to actually improve, there are 2 major things I needed to realize. The first one is how it feels, because if you are willing to achieve the transformation, you will go through it. And how it feels is basically what you experience when you go through it. To convey to you how it feels, if you haven't trained, then I want you to do this. If you have trained, right, listen. Do 1 set of push-ups until failure. And then realize that you needed to get between 10 to 40 sets like this per week to build a good amount of muscle. And then realize that you won't do it for just 1 week, because that's not how you see results. You will need to do it for 1 week, 2 weeks, 50 weeks, and 100 weeks, and more, right? Forever. This is the first thing. It will feel not good, right? It will be painful to some extent. But not only that, it's not just about going to all of this workout and feeling this physical pain. It's also about realizing that the moment you stop is the moment that you regress. So it's not about just realizing that you will need to go through this level of effort for months. It's also realizing that you need to implement these habits, to make them habits of yours, to make them part of your lifestyle forever, right? For as long as possible. And that's the first thing. The second thing is realizing that it's worth it. Nietzsche said, He who has a why can bear almost anyhow. And it's true, you need to have your why, and if you haven't managed to do it, then that's probably the reason why. You need to find your reason why. This is just my current advice. You can either just get into the fitness community, watch the fitness videos, get inspired to look like these guys, find nutty ones and not enhanced fucking big massive bodybuilders, and get inspiration to look like them, to feel like them, to feel better, to have a better health. You can also look at hybrid athletes, which are way healthier than modern juicy bodybuilders, and just get inspiration to become better, to become healthier, to become stronger and more consistent in fitness, in the habits of fitness. On the other side, you can just keep getting worse and worse and worse until you realize that you don't want to be in this position, that you don't really like to be out of shape, that you don't really like to be a sedentary guy. That's what I experienced, right? I continuously got worse. I didn't really take care of fitness up to my day one, in which I was just so sick of it that I could not keep being like that. And that's when I decided to change. You can either go on the first path of watching more fitness videos, getting more into the fitness community, and having friends who train and all of that, and then you will train just as a result of it. You are the average of the 5 things that influence you the most. Or you can just associate so much pain with not changing that you will change. Now, the point of this video is not to tell you, bro, it's painful, bro, you will go through hard times. No, not like these motivational cringe videos. So there are 3 major key takeaways I want you to take from this video. The first one is that it takes time, but it's worth it. You will see great progress. Your genetics will determine the amount of muscle mass that you will have after going through this bold journey, but in general, you should have a great body afterwards, a great health afterwards too, which is even better in my opinion. The second takeaway I want you to take from it is that it is painful, it will suck, but by integrating fitness into your life, by making it an active part of your life, being in fitness forums or watching fitness videos like this one, on shorts too, or just having friends who train the gym, you will get more into it and it will become easier to be dedicated to it. Or you can just suffer the pain of not being dedicated to it and then running away from it like a stick, and you will get into it more. And the third key takeaway is that you will need to do it for as long as possible, because the moment you stop is the moment that you regress. And trust me, you will not really want to stop after seeing a lot of progress. So just make sure you keep going for the first few months when you don't see a lot of progress, when you're pretty discouraged, and then when you will see progress, you will not really want to go back, or at the very least, just minimize the work, do as much as you can to get most results, or to just maintain your results, because it's possible. Maintaining muscle mass requires a lot less work, and just keep living this healthy lifestyle. And that's essentially it. If you enjoyed this video, you can like and subscribe just to tell me, alright, I enjoyed this video, or else I will see you tomorrow. Bye.